However, surprisingly, it was the zoo's veterinarian who advised against using a tranquilizer and recommended the use of an actual bullet instead. With night quickly descending and the risk of Margosh escaping into the woodlands, zoo security followed this advice, leading to a single shot that ended Margosh's life. The death of Margosh sparked outrage among animal rights groups, raising questions about whether there were alternative options. People who were already contemplating the ethical concerns surrounding animals in captivity found new reasons to call for change. Margosh's situation was particularly tragic because he was an innocent animal that had escaped from his enclosure due to a zoo worker's mistake. Moreover, researchers estimate that only around 5,000 snow leopards exist in the wild, making Margosh's loss even more significant. Julie Woodier, campaign director for the zoo inspection group Zoocheck, was deeply disturbed by the events. Snow leopards are typically shy animals, and since the incident occurred at night, there were likely few people around. Many questioned the need for using bullets. In contrast, Dudley Zoo director Derek Grove defended the zoo's decision to euthanize Margosh, emphasizing his responsibility for the safety of innocent visitors. If Margosh had injured anyone, Grove would have felt personally responsible. While Margosh will always hold a special place in the hearts of Dudley Zoo visitors, his tragic death served as a catalyst for calls for stricter policies to prevent similar incidents from happening again. It is a rare occurrence for wild or escaped animals to enter personal spaces, as they usually aim to avoid human encounters. However, when such situations do arise, they can lead to significant challenges. For example, bears are not typically considered helpless animals, but their curiosity can sometimes lead them into precarious situations. One such case occurred with a 375-pound black bear in Alligator Point on St. James Island in Florida. The bear had been wandering in the neighborhood when it entered a home. Wildlife conservation officers were called to safely sedate and relocate the bear to the wild. However, things took an unexpected turn shortly after the bear was shot with a tranquilizer dart. While using a tranquilizer was a humane option to ensure both the bear's and the residents' safety, there were no guarantees that the process would go smoothly. Unfortunately, the tranquilizer dart did not have the intended effect. Instead of sedating the bear, it sent him into a state of panic. The wildlife officers were prepared for a challenging situation, but they were unaware of just how dire it would become. Terrified by the pursuit of the officers, the large bear made a swift move toward nearby water and began swimming as far as possible. Unfortunately, this was when the sedative started to take effect. As the drowsy bear struggled to stay afloat, it became evident that he couldn't keep himself above water and was beginning to drown. Adam Warwick, a biologist with the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission, knew he had to act swiftly. Without hesitation, Adam courageously dove into the water and swam toward the massive bear. While many would find this act incredibly brave, Adam was driven by the adrenaline of the moment. He had little time to contemplate the potential dangers, such as a bear attack. Adam grabbed the bear with both hands and wrapped his arms around its neck, kicking toward shallower waters where other wildlife officers were stationed. The bear, though drowsy, was distressed, attempting to climb on top of Adam to stay afloat. His legs were losing strength. Despite the stress and significant risks involved, Adam remained as calm as possible as he guided the bear toward shallower waters. He grabbed the bear by the scruff of its neck and carefully led it toward the rescue boat. Remarkably, Adam emerged from this perilous mission with only one scratch. He was relatively unharmed considering the circumstances. Adam's colleagues stepped in to assist the exhausted Adam and the bear as they collected themselves. Transporting a 375-pound animal required the teamwork of many and a significant amount of bravery. The team used a large tractor to transport the groggy bear back to its home in Osceola National Forest. Carrying such a massive animal without assistance would have been an insurmountable task. Fortunately, the bear didn't suffer any injuries following its adventurous swim. It's safe to say that the bear likely learned to avoid wandering into residential neighborhood after this experience. Most importantly, the massive bear was back in its natural habitat, where it could thrive. It's hoped that the bear has since steered clear of venturing into populated areas.